Hello everybody, this is thejonnymar, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI Advance. So my last episode, we started to explore this brand new world since the destruction wrought by Kefka and the Warring Triad. And although we just had Celeste to start off, we were able to meet up with Sabin. And now that I have two party members, I am going to be fighting in random battles. Not much is too dangerous here. Most things that can be taken out with either a Aura Bolt, or if there's multiple enemies, you can use Sabin's Fire Dance. But the main thing we're going to do here, and for the rest of the game basically, is attempt to get our entire party back together. So we have to look all over the world basically for all of our missing party members. And the next party member that we are going to find is to the east and also to the north of our current location. So an NPC in Zen, which we just left, mentioned that the Serpent Trench, and I love these Delta Beetles because they are super weak to magic. Watch how much damage Sabin's Flame Dance does. Go, Sabin, go. Boom! For 4,000 damage. Awesome. Hey, and a sleeping bag. But anyway, our next party member we can access through this Serpent Trench, which you remember way back to the first part of the game when we got Gao. We had to use the diver's helmet in order to go through the Serpent Trench. Well, now it's actually above poor Celeste. Not only is she blinded, but she's also an imp. But we need to use the Serpent Trench in order to access a couple of the next towns. So let's head over and yes, I will use the ribbon to get rid of your imp status. Although I guess you were somewhat cute as an imp, Celeste. Silly. And you're almost ready for a level up. You know what that means? Zona Seek. And let's try to finish off that last spell for Sabin. But the encounter rate here is pretty high. Keep that in mind as we're walking along here. I'm going to save most of you from the repetitive random battles as I like to do. But any new encounter like this one I am going to show you. So that enemy in the background there is a Devon. And it's got a sap or undead status. I'm not sure which it is. But if you leave it alone, it'll basically lose HP each round. But since it's really weak to Sabin's blitzes, especially fire, I'm just going to kill it off real quick. Boom. Alright, got Thundara. Now, you're not going to gain much experience or magic from these enemies. You're only going to get one magic point. And experience is around 500 to 600 per battle, so keep that in mind. And here we have our next town. This is what's left of the town of Mobliz. So let's head in. Jeez. Aw, little pups. And a little boy. Hello there, little doggies. So, looks like a lot of this town was knocked out with something. Looks like a bunch of it's missing. And we can still get a free heal here in the relic shop, so make sure to use that, especially after the long walk. But you'll notice all the shops and things like that, except this one, are actually missing. They're all underwater. So I wonder what happened. Well, let's follow that boy and see if we can talk to him at all. Hey, that door wasn't there before. Yeah, okay. Wait. Ah, it's Terra. I guess she survived. And why are they calling her Mama? Well, I'm glad you're safe too, Terra. That's true, Sabin. But... are you going soft on us, Terra? Well, maybe we can gather some info from these children. Oh. So Kefka turned his light of judgment on this town, apparently. Dad, do you remember these two teenagers that were fawning over each other before? Apparently they and Terra are the only, I guess you would call them adults, left in the town. Nice fireplace. What do you mean you can't fight anymore? Yeah, we kind of noticed. Trying to protect their children, huh? So, let's protect the children by dragging them out of the house into this area where this light of judgment is. Nice. Good parenting. Alas, they're doomed. Poor kids. But that's not really any of our concern, Terra. You're getting bogged down with these kids, aren't you? We got bigger fish to fry. Well, we would never force Terra to come with us, but I hope she decides to come with us. This issue is a little bit bigger than one little village. We're talking about the whole world here. I think that is the wonderful emotion of guilt, Terra. Or I guess some might call it love. Well, I guess I'll leave you alone for a while. You can think about what you want to do ultimately. Hopefully you'll make the right decision. Uh-oh. Humbaba. Look at that look. Who is she talking to? I guess herself. Well, for someone who claims to not be able to fight, she is certainly fighting, so... Humbaba is weak to fire. No, he's weak to bio. Poison spells. And as you can see, Terra indeed cannot fight. Bam. Oh, poor Terra. So I guess it's up to us to clean this mess up. Well, the former general and my martial artist will take this guy out. Now, a good strategy with Humbaba is to use Golem and also Celeste's Runic. But I just want to try to get this over with as quickly as possible, so I'm just going to be blitzing and also using magic. Humbaba uses basically physical attacks, and then he also uses occasional thunder spells. Got a really big gut. Uh-oh. Jeez. Luckily you survived. Not sure if that's gonna cure him completely. I guess I could have waited 2 seconds to see the effect. Oh well. No big deal. Got some pretty awesome horns too. And I'm not sure where exactly he was coming from, where kind of the party was standing. Apparently he was clomping through the water there underneath the town. Which... and he runs away, like the coward that he is. Which is not present if you look at the town from the map. Weird. Apparently. Yeah, that's your cue. This is a timing event. So you have to give Terra time to do a little bit of soul exploration. You're welcome. And we get a new Magicite, Fenrir. That's an awesome one. And it teaches you the Exone spell, or Banish. So that's an instant death on most enemies, although it has a somewhat low success rate. So I'm going to be switching that over to Sabin as soon as he finishes up getting Isunya? Was that one? Yeah, I think Isunya was the last spell. So we'll do a quick heal here, and then we will be on our way. You have to come back and meet with Terra again a little bit later in the game, and that will finish out her storyline. For now, we must continue on. Where, you might ask? Well, there's really only one other place to go, and that is Nikeah. There was an NPC in Zen, I believe, who mentioned, or it might have been Albrook, that Nikeah still had ships going from it, so that's way up around to the west and to the north. And I did some quick inventory management there, since Sabin learned his spell. Now, that forest back there, just to the south of Mobliz, did have a chocobo ranch in it if you wanted to get a chocobo, so you didn't have to walk this whole way. I do want to get the experience and magic points, though, because really the only ones in my party for the next part of the game are going to be a few, and that is Celes and Sabin, so I want to make sure they have a good complement of spells. And I'm also going to avoid this desert area, because there is a dragon in there that's pretty powerful. I will want to get that eventually, because it's a pretty good rage for Gao, but for now, that's okay. We can just skip it. Hey, what's that? A tower, it looks like. It's the cult tower of fanatics. We'll be back to deal with that a little bit later. But for now, the long, arduous journey north. We're almost there. All right. So in my next episode, we will continue into Nikeah and see if we can get a ship or see if we can find any other characters. So as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.